Welcome back, everybody. I'm here with Tom Oliva from Sonny's Wellness, and today we're going to be talking about everything that you need to know about CBD. Tom, you want to introduce yourself?
Hey, Austin, thanks for having me again. Yep, my name's Tom Oliva. I am the owner of Sonny's Wellness, an eco-friendly CBD company, and we are looking to spread our voice, educate people, and help people, the planet, and pets, of course, and really just try to grow my brand and do it through ways that I can connect with people. So hopefully this is an avenue, and this helps some people get more educated and understand, and hopefully try some CBD.
Absolutely, and I'm sure this is going to help some people. So let's jump right into it. What is CBD oil?
So CBD oil is cannabinoids, is what it basically breaks down to. Its the scientific term is cannabidiol and cannabinoids. So CBD is a cannabinoid, specifically cannabidiol, and it comes from the hemp plant. Mostly, it can come from the sativa plants as well, and basically it's a extracted oil from a plant, and this oil has a lot of different compounds that are very beneficial to your body and interact with systems in our body very well in a non-disturbing factor. CBD specifically. There are some elements of the cannabis plant like THC, its cousin, that could have some euphoric feelings, get you high, and isn't recommended for everybody, and it absolutely could have serious side effects. But there's lots of compounds of this hemp plant that are fantastic, harmless, very beneficial, and are something that not enough people know about, and that's why we're talking about it.
Gotcha. And how does CBD specifically become CBD oil? What does that process look like?
So you basically grow the plant, and through a couple different processes of having to trim it and make sure it's getting the proper cycles, you have a finished plant that's got bud flowers. And this, a lot of people usually associate that with the THC plant, but the hemp flowers, the hemp plants also have buds, but they just don't carry that high percentage of THC, which gets you high. So you would pull those flowers off, and there's a lot of different options as far as like ethanol or butane extractions. CO2 is the healthiest, and basically you're hitting the plant with a different substance that is stripping it of its molecules, and it's stripping it of all its terpenes and cannabinoids, which is what the CBD and the CBNs and the CBGs and the THCs, is 120 of the CBs and the THs and whatnot. But basically, it turns it into an oil and strips it. So you would spray it with CO2, or you would spray it with butane, and which is not what I recommend at all. Don't do butane, but definitely CO2 is a healthy option. And you turn it into an oil, and then that oil can be put in a processor or a distiller and break down the specific cannabinoids even further. So each cannabinoid has a different boiling point that will either evaporate it and remove it from the oil, or can extract it from the oil, and then you can get a more concentrated version of that specific compound. I'm not an expert by any means, but essentially you grow it, then you're going to have to process it, which is hitting it with CO2 and then putting it in a machine to distill it, boil out any impurities, and extract any specific compounds that you want.
Fantastic. And what are some of the benefits of CBD oil specifically versus some of the other different ways that you could consume CBD?
So CBD oil is typically been tested and is usually the quickest acting way to have it enter your body and get into your bloodstream. It's also an accurate way to dose it. It is a convenient way to dose it, and you're not usually having any other impurities with it. So like with a gummy, you're gonna have some of the extra sugars and additives. And then when it comes to like a soft gel, they're typically healthy, but some people are vegan, and it's usually made of gelatin. And you these days you can get some vegan options of that. But and then smoking it or using an edible, there just comes with a little bit less healthy options. And the CBD oil, just straight out of a tincture, is an effective, safe, and healthy way to do it.
Great. Now, I know there's different dosages of CBD oils. Could you explain what those different dosages are, how you should know what dosage works best for you?
Absolutely. So the dosaging stuff's definitely a little tricky. It's definitely a little bit of a case-by-case basis. So someone that is experimenting with CBD, has the normal stresses, or maybe wants to work out a little, and wants a little recovery aspect, they don't need the same amount as someone that might have cancer or severe mental illness. So it's definitely a case-by-case situation. What I would suggest is that anyone that doesn't have a constant lingering ailment, starting in the ballpark of 25 to 50 milligrams. Now, although there are no major side effects and that you can't get, any overdose or anything like that with CBD, if you take too much initially, you could get pretty drowsy and tired and just need to take a nap. So my advice with anything you eat, you can always eat more. You don't want to eat too much. So you start on the smaller side and be around 25 milligrams. If you're a bigger person, you might be around 50 because your body weight does play a factor in this. And that's what I would say. And if you don't feel anything, you can always take a little bit more. Now, people that have had surgeries or, are going through chemo or again have a severe mental illness, we're talking in the ballpark of anywhere from 200 to 400 milligrams a day. But it's very effective, and it's got less side effects than a lot of the medications that they would get potentially from the doctors. So by no means are we discouraging people to seek doctors' help or anything like that, but we do want to let people know that there's a safe and healthy alternative for people that are in pain.
Great. Can anybody take CBD oil?
So the answer is yes, but definitely speak with your doctor always. But there's not as much research on kids at all. So it's definitely a good rule of thumb to do 18 and older, unless again there is a disease or an ailment at play. But there's tons of evidence of the FDA approved CBD, which is Epidiolex, being used in kids as little as 1 year old that have severe seizures. So there aren't any known side effects that this would hinder you mentally or physically in a bad way at all. There's just not a lot of research for people that are taking it that are children, unless that they are really sick, people's back are up against the walls, and they try this, and in every scenario, it's worked pretty darn good. So, my gut feeling would say, yes, kids can take it. Let's talk to your doctor, see what's going on. But at this current stage in, the beginning of this new market and, education process, there's not a lot of info on it.
Got it.
For children. Anybody over 18, obviously consult with your doctor, but yes, there's tons of benefits, and you should take it.
That's great. How about CBD for pets? Could you explain, I know a lot of CBD for dogs and CBD for cats. Can any animal take CBD, and can you talk about the different benefits of CBD for pets?
Absolutely. So it is healthier for animals than it is us, actually.
Interesting.
So it's really, really great. It affects, the biggest thing with everybody is swelling, and animals it's even more. And it really just takes away the swelling in your body and helps you operate better. So we work with a couple of sanctuaries and rescues. So we've had everything from a chicken to a cow, goats, pigs, cats, dogs, tons of things have taken it, lots and lots of benefits. We're sold in a few pet locations as well. My cousin's a vet on Long Island in New York, and he is, he helped, navigate and kind of help develop our CBD and fish oil product. We've got some other stuff that we look to release hopefully soon. So we're very big in the animal field. Would love to be a reference if anybody ever has any questions about that. I always bounce stuff off my cousin, Dr. Barber. And yes, he's a great reference for this stuff. And he's a bit of a stickler too. He wasn't all about it right away. show me the research, show me the studies, you know, show me. But after diving in, he was like, there's definitely something here. So it's great for animals. I highly suggest it. Our product specifically also has fish oil in it, which is really beneficial for animals as well. They work hand in hand together, and it's got a lot of good results. It's one of our best selling products.
Fantastic. And where can people learn more about Sonny's Wellness CBD oil and all of the products that you guys offer?
Absolutely. So we're on a lot of the social networks as far as Twitter and Instagram at Sonny's Wellness. We're also on YouTube and Pinterest, same thing at Sonny's Wellness, and our website, sonnyswellness.com. We are always looking to get feedback. A lot of the best relationships I have that have put us in contact with other businesses and stuff were just customers that had a question and reached out, you know, and we want to be a great reference and an educational resource. So please shoot us a DM, shoot us an email, and, you know, if you want to try some product, let us know.
Yeah, let us know in the comments below this video too. If we have any specific questions about CBD, we're happy to answer every single one of them. Tom, thanks again so much. And anybody that's watching this, if you want more CBD education, make sure you hit that subscribe button. And we got another video right above here that we'll see in that video.
Looking forward to it. Have a good one.